Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is Brussels-bound for the NATO summit after wrapping up a trip to Latvia today. It was the first ever visit to the Baltic state by a Canadian Prime Minister, and it came with a pledge to expand Canada's NATO mission there. CBC's Catherine Cullen has the latest.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau insists that Canada is making the right choices about its defense spending, even as U.S. President Donald Trump complains that it is not enough. Here today in Latvia, the Prime Minister announced that Canada would be extending its leadership role in the NATO mission for another 4 years, bringing it to March of 2023, and also increasing the number of armed forces members participating in the mission, an additional 85, bringing the total to 540.
We're increasing the land task force and adding greater flexibility for Canada's contribution to NATO maritime forces. The mission will also have a CF-18 fighter presence, including bilateral training and air policing. As NATO members, we must stay responsive to changing threats around the world.
All of that and additional defense spending still won't bring Canada up to the 2% of GDP target that Canada and other NATO countries have agreed to, and that has Donald Trump complaining that the U.S. is getting ripped off and that other countries need to step up. The Prime Minister said today that that 2% target is simplistic, that it is an easy shorthand, and he said ultimately the decisions that Canada makes about its defense spending will be decided by what's in the best interest of Canadians, not by exterior or external forces.
Canada will continue to step up. We've been part of every single NATO mission since the very beginnings of NATO. We will continue to be there with effective and performing troops and supports to demonstrate our continued unflinching support for the transatlantic alliance.
It'll be interesting to see how all of that plays out when Trudeau heads to Belgium on Wednesday for a NATO summit. He is continuing to express optimism about that meeting despite all the concerns that Trump is raising, saying that he expects that the meeting will be a reaffirmation of broad and deep support for the alliance. As for that meeting that Trump has scheduled with Vladimir Putin after the NATO summit, Trudeau was hesitant to be critical. He acknowledged that it is a significant meeting. He said it could have positive or negative consequences, but he said it is always better to be in dialogue. Catherine Cullen, CBC News, Riga.